Imagine an actress who can convey a universe of psychological torment, dark desire, and chilling calculation with nothing more than a slight tilt of her head and a piercing, unblinking stare. She's a woman who has spent over 5 decades deliberately shattering the comfortable illusions of traditional femininity, choosing instead to portray the most dangerous, transgressive, and morally ambiguous women in global cinema. This is the extraordinary reality of an artist who has never sought to be liked, only to be profoundly, unsettlingly understood. Her journey from a privileged Parisian upbringing to the absolute zenith of international cinematic reverence is a masterclass in artistic fearlessness, proving that true screen magnetism lies not in conventional glamour, but in the unapologetic exploration of the human shadow. The genesis of this unparalleled cinematic force began in the spring of 1953 in the affluent, culturally rich 16th arrondissement of Paris. Born into a wealthy, highly intellectual family, her early environment was steeped in literature, classical music, and rigorous academic expectations. Her father was a successful manufacturer of security safes, and her mother was an English teacher, a background that would later endow the actress with a flawless, cosmopolitan command of multiple languages, and a deeply international perspective on art. Unlike many of her contemporaries who were driven by a desperate need for fame, she approached the performing arts with the disciplined curiosity of a scholar. She enrolled at the prestigious Conservatoire de Paris, where she quickly distinguished herself not through traditional, conventional beauty, but through an intense, almost unnerving emotional transparency, and a striking, pale elegance that immediately caught the discerning eyes of the French avant-garde. Her transition from the conservatory to the silver screen in the early 1970s was marked by a series of subtle, highly nuanced roles that hinted at the formidable talent lurking beneath her quiet exterior. She appeared in minor parts in various productions, slowly building a reputation for her meticulous attention to detail and her ability to inhabit deeply internalized characters. The definitive breakthrough arrived when she caught the attention of one of the most important directors in French cinema, Claude Chabrol. Recognizing her unique capacity to portray women who were simultaneously vulnerable and deeply dangerous, he cast her in a dark, psychologically complex biographical drama based on a true story of a young woman who murders her father. Her performance was a revelation, capturing a chilling blend of youthful rebellion and sociopathic detachment. This monumental role earned her the Best Actress award at the Cannes Film Festival, instantly establishing her as a major force in European cinema and initiating a legendary, decades-long collaboration that would define the golden era of her career. As the years progressed, she deliberately cultivated a highly specific, fiercely uncompromising cinematic archetype. She became the undisputed muse of the European auteur, sought out by the most visionary directors to portray women who existed on the fringes of societal norms. She specialized in characters who were intellectually formidable, emotionally repressed, and capable of shocking acts of violence or profound moral compromise. She refused to soften her characters for the sake of audience comfort, delivering performances that were often described as masterclasses in psychological minimalism. Her signature style involved a profound stillness, allowing her piercing blue eyes and subtle facial micro-expressions to convey volumes of unspoken trauma, desire, and calculation. She understood that the most terrifying and captivating monsters are not those with fangs, but those who look entirely ordinary while harboring deeply unsettling inner worlds. Her reputation as the ultimate interpreter of complex female psychology transcended the borders of France, attracting the attention of the most revered international filmmakers. She delivered a deeply unsettling, physically transformative performance in a controversial Austrian drama exploring the dark, obsessive intersections of sexuality, classical music, and maternal control. Her portrayal of a repressed piano professor, who descends into a spiral of masochistic self-destruction, was a tour de force of emotional restraint and sudden, shocking volatility. This monumental achievement earned her a second Best Actress award at the Cannes Film Festival, cementing her status as the most decorated and respected actress in the history of the prestigious festival. She continued to collaborate with master directors, navigating the bleak, post-apocalyptic landscapes of apocalyptic dramas and the intricate, suffocating domestic spheres of psychological thrillers, always bringing a profound, haunting authenticity to the most challenging material. The absolute zenith of her global cultural impact arrived in her sixth decade, a time when the traditional entertainment industry routinely marginalizes women. She starred in a darkly comedic, fiercely provocative French thriller that completely subverted the conventions of the revenge narrative. Playing a wealthy, powerful video game executive who is assaulted in her home and subsequently engages in a complex, psychological cat-and-mouse game with her attacker, she delivered a performance of staggering audacity and dark humor. The role required her to navigate extreme trauma, immense power, and profound moral ambiguity without ever losing the audience's fascination. This career-defining performance shattered international box office expectations, earning her a Golden Globe Award, an Academy Award nomination, and widespread critical acclaim across the globe. She had successfully conquered Hollywood and the international mainstream, proving that a fiercely intelligent, unapologetically complex, and mature female protagonist could captivate the entire world. Beyond her monumental achievements in cinema, she remains a towering, indispensable titan of the French theatrical stage. Her work ethic is nothing short of legendary, often juggling the rigorous demands of live theatre with the grueling schedules of multiple international film productions in a single year. She views the stage as the ultimate testing ground for her craft, a place where the immediate, unfiltered connection with the audience keeps her artistic instincts razor-sharp. She has tackled the most demanding roles in classical and contemporary theatre, from the tragic heroines of Racine to the complex, modern women of Nobel laureates. This relentless dedication to the craft, prioritizing the work itself over the superficial trappings of celebrity, has allowed her to maintain an astonishing level of creative vitality and relevance across 5 consecutive decades. Despite her immense global fame and her frequent portrayal of highly provocative characters, her personal life remains fiercely guarded, shrouded in an aura of elegant mystery. She has consistently rejected the invasive, sensationalist nature of modern celebrity culture, choosing instead to live a quiet, deeply intellectual life in Paris. She is a passionate photographer, an avid reader of classical literature, and a devoted patron of the arts. Her long-term partnership with a respected theatre director provided a stable, creative foundation for her family life, and she is a deeply devoted mother to her 3 children. She approaches her public persona with a profound sense of irony and detachment, fully aware of the enigmatic image she projects, but refusing to let it consume her private reality. This strict separation between the artist and the private individual has only amplified her mystique, making her an object of endless fascination for critics and fans alike. The legacy of this extraordinary artist is permanently woven into the very fabric of global cinematic history. She has fundamentally expanded the boundaries of female representation on screen, proving that women are not confined to the roles of victims, villains, or romantic interests, but can encompass the full, terrifying, and beautiful spectrum of human complexity. She has inspired countless filmmakers to write more challenging, nuanced roles for women, and she has paved the way for future generations of actresses to embrace their age, their intellect, and their shadows without apology. From the quiet, privileged streets of her Parisian youth to the dazzling, high-pressure red carpets of Cannes and Hollywood, her journey is a profound testament to the power of uncompromising artistic vision. She did not merely participate in the evolution of European cinema, she became its beating, unpredictable heart, leaving behind an unparalleled body of work that will continue to challenge, disturb, and mesmerize audiences for all of eternity.